Right now, y'all, here go them Chiefs 2-0. That's what I'm talking about. Chiefs just beat the Raiders 28-10. Another spectacular performance. They're out there comparing Patrick to Steph Curry. That's what I'm talking about. We're looking like the Warriors, you know, other than the defensive side. But even the defense came through the day. So we got a lot to talk about. Now, I actually compared Patrick to Steph Curry last season. But, you know, I was thinking about another comparison just within the Warriors themselves. You know, any of you guys have been watching the Warriors over the years, you know about the runs that they go on these teams. You know, a lot of times in the third quarter, but it can really happen at any time, you know. Once the Warriors hit you with that 22-4 run, like it's over. But the Chiefs kind of do the same thing. If you've been watching them these last couple of years, whether it's over a half or just one quarter, they blitz you with scoring, where they score 4 times in 5 possessions, touchdowns I'm talking about, you know, 3 straight touchdown possessions, and it happens so quick. There can be 3 touchdowns on the board in 5 minutes off the clock, and the other team is just, they're confused. They don't know what to do, like the game plan. They don't know which way to turn. Like everything is in shambles after that happens. And that's what the Warriors do to the team. When the Warriors will hit you, doesn't matter when it happens, we're like, oh, like, where do we go from here? They just hit, you know, 5 threes. You got locked down 3 straight possessions. Like where do we go from here? So this is actually the perfect time to segue to my shout out of the day. I have to shout out the Chiefs defense. Man, they gave up 2 straight scoring drives to start the game and then held the Raiders scoreless. 10 points 2 first drives, 10 points for the rest of the game. That is huge. I mean, I don't think I was expecting anything like that from the Chiefs. The Raiders came out there with energy just like they did against the Broncos the week before. The Raiders came out, struck quick. Their defense is playing well. But our defense was able to hold them the rest of the game. The tackling was much better. You know, and the Raiders aren't the best offensive team, but our defense held them, you know, throughout the entire game. I was so happy to see that because it didn't matter who we were playing last year. The defense wasn't going to be able to do this, where they were going to hold the team out after the first 2 possessions. That's a really great defensive play right there. And the Chiefs needed it. You know, the Chiefs' first couple offensive possessions weren't as sharp and crisp. Like I said, the Raiders came out there with energy, so it was great that the Chiefs defense was able to find themselves after those first couple possessions and let the game kind of, you know, settle in. And then once the Chiefs got going, it got going. So, all right, now let's get into the fun stuff. What I was talking about earlier, that Golden State-esque run that we had. I started off a little slow early with the offense, but then the Chiefs picked it up. The Raiders came out, they're pressing our receivers off the line. They're really bringing that coverage up, and it was frustrating us early, but we figured that out quick. We came out after the first quarter. I believe Andy saw that what they were doing. We found a deep route right down the field to Robinson for a touchdown right out the first quarter. This is around the time where just Patrick started taking over this game. He can do everything. That's my quarterback. I say it all the time. I love the guy. He is just incredible. The plays he's able to make. You know, anyone watching him know what I'm talking about. He quickly rolls to his right, finds Travis Kelce for the 3rd down conversion. I mean, he makes so many just crucial plays throughout the game. And then his swag, you know, he's out there, you know, he out there dripping. You know, he got his own little swag to him, but ain't everybody feeling it. You out there throwing all these touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 400 yards. Like, do what you do, Pat. Like, your swag is on 100. As I thought, coming into the game, this was our first game without Tyreek Hill this season, right? I knew that our offense was going to be able to put up points, which they're able to do. Demarcus Robinson, hey, shout out Demarcus Robinson. Anybody that's played the game knows when somebody's out, that means it's somebody else's opportunity to step in. And some people might not know about Robinson, but I tell you what, he knew he was going to wake up and score 2 touchdowns today. He felt that in his soul. He knew that it was his time to shine, and he went out there and got it. Watch him when he scores touchdowns. He knew that was for him. Patrick also dimed up the rookie, McCole Harmon, for his first touchdown. So shout out to him. That was good to see. You know, the offense looked good today. Kelce's always awesome. Watkins didn't have the explosive game he had last week, but you know, that'll sometimes happen. The offense was just fine, guys. Like I said, all it took was this run. We scored 4 straight touchdowns. 4 straight possessions with 4 straight touchdowns, and the game was over after that. You know, I remember the first game of the year last year against the Chargers. Tyreek Hill returns the punt, and then they throw a slant to him. The next possession, he takes it like 80 yards, and the Chargers are just like they don't know what to do. So quick, they were down 14-0. You know, we did it. You know, we scored 28 points on teams so quick that they don't even know what hit them. And it happened to the Raiders. The Raiders had all the momentum. They had all the energy in this game moving forward. You know, they're at home. They're just coming off a good win. Like they had it, and then once we hit them with these touchdowns, it was, I mean, the game was over. That was the final score, 28-10. And no other points were scored after we hit them with that blitz. So, you know, awesome game for the Chiefs. One thing I wanted to bring up in this video is just not to take being 2-0 for granted. You know, I've been following the Chiefs seasons for a while. You know, kind of been, maybe some would say, a pessimist, you know, when it comes to the Chiefs' overall outlook over the last couple years. But with Mahomes now, I obviously see that we are Super Bowl contenders. But even with that, this is the NFL, man. Like, going 2-0 on the road, like, don't take that for granted. Like, that's awesome for the Chiefs to have all these expectations, as great as we all knew and thought they were gonna be, right? Going 2-0, just, you know, don't take that for granted, man. Like, for our offense to just come right out here looking just as good as it did last year, don't take these things for granted. And you got to give major shout out and respect to Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and everybody on the team. You know, the captain, Chelsea. Guys, just go out there and keep doing it. It's awesome. Anyway, guys, that'll kind of do it for this game. As I said, you know, the scoring was kind of done after the first half. We shut them out after their first 2 possessions. We blitzed them and didn't score other than that. Like I said, I liked our defense. I was a little concerned about our pass rush early. I don't think we're getting a good enough rush. Obviously, the Chiefs have had great pass rushers over the last, you know, the recent years, but we'd like to get some of that back. It'd be great to see. But next week we take on the Ravens. This should be a very fun game, y'all. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, the Ravens, we had a good matchup last season when we played them. Really, it took another miracle between Mahomes. The Tyreek Hill. It was a 4th down with Tyreek Hill. We found them. Like, great game. The Ravens are a good team. I think they're 2-0 as well. So it's gonna be a great matchup. You know, look for me here. I'll have a post-game video on that game as well. I also cover the NBA. Will have sports coverage throughout the season. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button now for all things sports and Chiefs coverage.